Good morning. Welcome to the vlog. It is Tuesday and I am in blissful denial. It's back to school time. And make some coffee and wake up a little bit. I just have really loved not being sick. We weren't sick the entire summer, not once. So I feel like we got a lot of our sickness out during last year. I'm hoping that their immunities are a little better. I feel bad that we're not doing anything like super fun, but I feel like we spent the entire summer doing a lot of fun stuff. So I think now it's kind of just, let's get back into the swing of not going to the pool every single day. We're literally in that pool every day, and I think that's kind of why I'm like kind of pulled out.
Mommy, look, they're all moving, Mom! Look, they're all moving. Oh, look, they're all moving together. They're all going together.
I'm in this like super weird like transition phase where I know summer is coming to an end and I'm like trying to hold on to it as hard as I possibly can. Just like I have like so much guilt today. I've been doing so much work and they have just been like playing inside. I feel like I'm supposed to be like at the pool or doing something really fun today, but I just have work that I'm like so focused in on and just trying to get like my YouTube video up today. Tonight I'm gonna do my nails, which takes me literally like an hour to an hour and a half to get done. It takes forever to do my nails, but they last longer, so that's why I do them. But yeah, I'm just having like this weird mom guilt today because I feel like we should be doing so many fun things, but honestly the main reason why we're not going to the pool is because it feels like 103 outside and the sun is just so brutal. I don't really want the kids outside, but of course that's like the number one thing they want to be doing and I should be doing, or I would prefer to be doing. So I was editing my old content. By the way, they're playing with toys right now, but I was editing my old content and realized that I didn't share any of his baseball videos or footage of my son. We had an entire season of baseball. I don't think we got into the basketball season yet, but baseball was so much fun. My son just didn't love it, unfortunately, because he was just naturally so good. It was kind of heartbreaking that he didn't love it. We may try it again. He didn't have any friends on this team, and so I think that might be why he didn't love it. When it came to basketball, he was not the best on the team, but he did love basketball, and I think it's because he had his friend on the team. So we're gonna try it again. Come on, keep going straight.
I can't. Yeah. Let's throw them in the short. Okay, let's go get them.
Good morning. Happy Monday. Didn't you put it over there? Did you not put it over there? Happy Monday. I decided I don't want to be too cut up. We're now in our new fall routine, so here we are. My Wally cases from Holly Gabrielle coming in, so I'm really excited to show those to you guys. Hubby and I are about to go have some breakfast and some coffee together and just enjoy our morning together.
Mess.
You did make a mess.
I want to color.
Okay, but you gotta clean up your mess first.
No color.
Yes, you gotta clean up your mess.
No color.
Yes, clean up your mess.
No color.
No, clean up your mess.
No color.
Clean up your mess.
No color.
I was doing so good editing, and then my daughter was like, Mommy, can you please come outside and ride bikes with me? So I go outside and she's not riding a bike, and I'm like, okay, I can't just sit here, I gotta be doing something. So what do? I decide to go out onto the patio. And I'm like, okay, I'll just work outside. But then as I start doing that, I decide, you know what? I'm actually gonna set up the pool for my daughter that I literally just deflated about 2 days ago. And it had been like inflated for like months. And I decided to finally put it away literally about 2 days ago. I re-blow it up, clean it all out. It took us like 30 minutes to get rid of this mama frog and her babies because they just kept hiding in our furniture. So we had to get rid of all of them, or just kind of like relocate them further away from the pool so that I didn't have to fight them going into the pool. Finally get that done, set up the pool, clean it all out, lay down like a mat because I like to have a mat underneath the pool, lay everything down. My daughter's in the pool for maybe 10 minutes and it starts storming. So that's what's happening right now, but we need it big time. I did get my Holly Gabrielle cases in. I got the Harvest Sun is what I think this one is called. And then I forget what this one's called. Can't remember. Got these two in, but y'all, I've like just been super into this case. I don't know what it is. You're either like super into like a loop, whether it's loopy, Wally, whatever, or you're into a pop socket. Right now I'm just like super feeling this, and I just feel like these are way more fall. Happy Tuesday. I'm sharing a lot lately how I'm doing very well, and it's because I shared so much how hard last year was and how much I struggled and all of the pain that I went through. And I really have to remind those of you who go through the same mental issues and struggles. Yes, baby?
I don't want to wear pants anymore.
Okay, you can take them off and then wash your hands, okay? I will continue being repetitive and annoying in order to get it out there that you can feel better. You do not have to feel like you are a prisoner in your own mind. Yeah, we are doing so well, and I think the reason why I'm constantly doing this is because I'm also putting up vlogs that I'm struggling a lot, so it's very important to me to remind you that through some of those vlogs there are going to be a lot of struggles and me sharing how hard things are, but I have the opportunity to show you in my more updated vlogs that it doesn't have to stay that way and you can feel better. I also struggled with like identity. Be who you are and be comfortable with who you are and be proud of who you are. And so I had like an identity thing as well, and so I know that therapy at the very least helped with that. We're feeling good. What are you doing? What do you want for a snacky? What do you want for a snacky?
Potatoes.
Okay, and you wash your hands real good? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Lunchtime though, so are you ready for PBJ?
What?
Are you ready for PBJ?
No.
No, not yet?
I'm ready for a snack.
Okay. Mommy is always ready for a snack. Let me see. Do you not want any more of this? Do you not want any more? No? Okay. An orange one.
Ooh, orange one.
Good job. Glued my nail back on. No, I didn't do a very good job because it like keeps wanting to fall off. This ones didn't last me as long. The last 2 times I've done them, it hasn't lasted me as long. That one time, what was it, 18 days it lasted? Today we're on day 7 and it fell off on day like 4. Right? Yeah, I'd say it fell off like day 4. But happy Wednesday. I have editing I've got to get done. I got to get this vlog up hopefully today. Every time I get down to start editing, I start getting like mom guilt a little bit, which is kind of shocking. I didn't think I would get that at this point, but I get a little bit of mom guilt because I kind of feel like I need to be like entertaining my daughter. And if I'm like sitting there editing, now she doesn't really have much to do. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I've got like clothes drying. I look like I live in a pigsty with this angle. I hate things on shelves. So I've got editing to get done today. We have been playing so much outside lately and it's been so hot, but for whatever reason we just want to be outside. I've just been in a way more relaxed and chill state of mind. My mind is racing, and just as much as I tell it to calm down, it doesn't. I felt like it was a hormone thing after weaning my daughter. That's kind of when things like really exploded. She weaned when she turned 3, so May, June, July, August. She had weaned 4 months ago. I lost another nail this morning, so yesterday was day 7, so on day 8 I lost the second nail. Makes me emotional as heck to think about like the day and night experience I'm having this year. We just got back from a walk, that's why I'm like super red, and it's like 95 degrees outside. During it I was so close to I was like super emotional and like was so close to crying because there was so much that I just didn't take in last year. I know that sounds really dramatic, but I was just in such a bad fog and haze and darkness in my mind that I never took little things in. I know, like, for me, mental health and that topic was very difficult to listen to. It just was such a turn off. It was something I just was not interested in hearing. Didn't have any kind of capacity for it. And so being on the other side of things is just so wild, just seeing how much your mental health and everything matters. So it was a really nice walk, and I'm like super drenched in sweat. Okay, I need to put it on here too. I just filmed it for Instagram. Last vlog that you likely watched was my previous vlog. In that vlog I share stuff that's very uncomfortable. I don't want to share it. I don't really want to put that out there, how deep I was kind of feeling at that time. I don't want to share that I was having a hard time because I like keeping things positive. But I need to, because number 1, it's part of my story, and you won't understand my story unless I share it. And also, there might be someone that this can help. The last vlog, I got deep, I got personal, I got raw. That was in November. We are 9 months out from that, and I am completely on the other side of things. I'm watching that girl though, and on the outside I look fine, but I know the pain that I was feeling on the inside. And I'm watching that girl and I'm like, no wonder why people didn't really know how to listen, because I looked fine. So them, in their head, they're like, well, she looks fine. She's not crying. She's not staying in bed all day. So no wonder why people didn't quite, not believe me, but they weren't as concerned or an awareness over it. So I get it now. I can understand it a little bit better why people didn't really know how to take it. Put on a pretty face. They try to act big and brave and like they're okay, but they're doing it to make you feel more comfortable. Really, they're hurting inside. Got the pool all set up. Kids have been out in the pool. I've gotten deep into editing this vlog, and it got to a point where right now I feel emotionally drained editing the vlog. Not because it's triggering me, but because it's just a very sad, somber type of vlog. So there's a lot I'm editing out because I want to share that, but I feel like a lot of it's repetitive. So the last vlog that you watch, think of everything that I said in that vlog and just think of me saying it over and over and over and over because I was just so in my head. I'm done for the day. Last vlog that I did that was older did the same thing to me. It like mentally drained me, and I can imagine if it's doing that to me, it's got to be doing that to you guys, and I don't feel like it's doing like a positive thing. Me constantly doing this like a negative talk. Hopefully these newer vlogs can give you guys a little bit more happiness and joy. I'm going to get myself a Coca-Cola. I think I have some vanilla Coke left. It's been like raining off and on, but the kids have just been playing in the pool. I'm making some enchiladas tonight. August and September to me are like Halloween Eve. September especially, I feel like, you know, the new iPhone comes out. September is just a really exciting month for me. At the very end, you get a new iOS, and then the new iPhone comes out. September is when fall starts. So, and I feel like August is just like the eve of the best time of year. Like, best time of year. And then it's my husband's birthday this month, and so August I do usually really enjoy too. I'm enjoying it a lot better this year than I did last year so far, so I'm grateful for that. Well, good morning. I have already failed and have not gotten a vlog up, or did not get a vlog up this last week, but it's okay. It was a very busy, important week, and I just did not get the opportunity to be able to get to one up. It seems like my schedule like completely is changing. What? Happy Monday. You up a little bit. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. We went on a nice little family walksy. Hope you guys are having a great week. Hopefully I can get this vlog up soon, and we'll chat. Hello. So we have a sickie on our hands. Sunday I had questionable tickle in my throat, and then as the night went on I kind of felt worse. Yesterday my husband said that his throat was hurting, and his kind of went through the night before, and then today he's kind of coughing a little bit. And then my daughter woke up today with a runny nose, so she is sick. Did I even talk about what happened yesterday? Yesterday my husband leaves, and when he's gone, toilet just starts running out of nowhere. We had used it maybe 5 to 10 minutes prior, and it starts running, and I happened to just come into the room and hear it right before it was about to overflow onto the floor. I was able to cut off the water, and luckily none went on the floor, but then I go into the other part of the bathroom. Our bathtub and our shower has water coming up, and not clean water. So I had to spend, my husband's not home like I said, I'm spending literally 3 hours plunging to get this to go back down. It took me 3 hours though to get the clog to clear, to clean, disinfect, sanitize, just clean top to bottom, and clean myself obviously. 3 hours. So that was fun yesterday. Then fast forward to this morning, like I said, my daughter it's snot. She's snotting everywhere. She's sneezing and just getting snot everywhere. So that's fun. We decided we're gonna go for a walk. Oh, no. We're still on yesterday. Okay, so after the whole tub thing, I finished. We have some dinner. My son starts jumping on the couch. He ends up bashing his face into the wall. Gets a nice little bruise right here. Then we're like, okay, well, let's go for a scooter ride. They go for a scooter ride. I was like, I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna mop at the house. So while I'm doing that, all of a sudden I hear my son come into the door screaming, crying. He had fallen off of his scooter and banged up his hands, and his knee was just dripping blood. I'm like, great. So then this morning my daughter wakes up, snot and everything. My husband's just a little bit low energy. And then we're like, okay, well, let's go for a walk. So we go for a walk, and all is good, having a great walk. All of a sudden I look at my arm, there's bird poop. Bird poop on my arm. Came home, took a shower. Anyways, that has been our fun fiasco. These hair ties, 15 bucks. Really stupid price for these as well, but they're so cool. They're like little boho hair ties. They're so cute. There's all these different like designs in here. I'm painfully obsessed. Really cool. My daughter has some on her. She's wearing them as a bracelet. What's nice is that they fit my wrist really nice, and they fit hers really nice. And so she's wearing them as bracelets, and she looked so stinking cute. So tomorrow's my husband's birthday. I'm reading the second ACOTAR book. So much better than the first one. The first one was really, really good. I haven't even gotten to the good, juicy, spicy parts yet, and the book is already better. Like the slow burn, the tension is just giving me life. So I've been loving that. Oh, also I got these chunky earrings. Hello. I think I told you guys, I can't remember, but my son broke our sink, our porcelain sink. We had these really heavy soap dispensers, and one of them just kept like sliding around randomly. I don't know if like a little bit of soap got underneath and I just didn't know. So I wiped it down. It seemed like it still was doing it. And so I ended up ordering some automatic dispensers because I like those a million times more. Unless it's like a holiday one, I don't want like pump soap dispensers. I want the automatic ones. So anyways, this one was really heavy. My husband had bought it, and it's like a glass one. And so when he bought it, I was like, great, well, we're just gonna end up shattering this glass. We had dropped it, knocked it over. I mean, it was very heavy duty, so it just never broke, so we just kind of kept using it. But I ordered the automatic one, so excited to get it. That night, my son goes to pump some soap. It falls into our sink and cracks our porcelain sink or ceramic, whatever it is. Whoever manufactured our vanity likely glued the sink underneath. We could not get the sink out. So we're trying, my husband tried for like 3 days straight to try and get the sink out, and he kept wanting to break it and try and pry it that way. And I'm like, no, I don't want you to do that. And he's like, okay, I won't do it, but that's really what I want to do. And I'm like, no. And so anyways, we have a plumber who we use for a bunch of random stuff. Plumber comes over and he ends up having to do exactly what my husband was going to do anyway. Breaks the sink. And then the sink that my husband had ordered, just even when he got it, I was like, I don't think this is the right one. Sure enough, it wasn't. So the plumber has to come back another day. We had some of our windows replaced in the house, just because this house, we could hear everything. Like every conversation neighbors were having, we could hear everything. So we had some of the windows in our house replaced. It really truly did make a difference. Yesterday we went and we got some crumble cookies. We were not totally impressed with our location. Number one, they had no tables and chairs for us to eat our little treat at. I guess they just want you to pick it up and go, which fine, but there was nowhere to sit. Something we don't like is when you're gonna ask us, like verbally ask us, are you gonna leave a tip? We are generous when it comes to tipping, but there's certain businesses that were like, you handed us a napkin and you want a tip. You handed us a cookie and you want a tip. The creation of making it, your employer should be paying you, right? Like there's just certain ones that like literally all she did was put a cookie in a box and hand it to us. Anything before that should have been your employer paying you. It should not be us tipping you. You didn't do anything that was custom to us. You literally rang us up for a cookie and asked if we wanted to give you a tip. And that to me is just so tasteless. I didn't like that. So that really rubbed us the wrong way.
Let me say this. I know that that last comment is going to ruffle some feathers. I get it. Everyone has their own opinion. I'm entitled to mine. My opinion is just, I own my own business. I run my own company, and I just would never expect someone to ask for a tip who rang me up. That was all they did for me personally. If they customized it, if they made it special for me, that's when I feel like tips are appropriate. But to tell me, to ask me, to verbally ask me, do you want to leave me a tip, just really made me uncomfortable. Oh, I'm entitled to my own opinion. If that makes me a jerk, I'm sorry. Enlighten me. I'm willing to hear the opposing argument, but don't come at me for that. I'm allowed to have my own opinion.
And then we had nowhere to sit, and I have 2 young kids. We're wanting to sit and eat our cookies. There was nowhere to sit, so we ended up having to go to Chick-fil-A. We ate our cookies there, and there were a ton of like either high school or middle school kids that were just like cussing up a storm. Listen, I get it. If you're okay with your kids cussing, fine. But at least teach them to have manners around children, because I have a 3 and a 5-year-old, and the last thing they need to be hearing is your kid dropping the F-bomb every 5 seconds. I just feel like as parents, we can do better. We don't need to allow our children to speak that way. And if they do want to speak that way and you're okay with your kid cussing, fine, but just let them know there's like a time and place, because they were screaming these words. Like, I'm shocked Chick-fil-A didn't end up coming out and kicking these kids out, because it was completely unacceptable. And even inside, my husband went inside for a minute and he said that the kids were cussing in there, that they were like literally dropping their sodas on the floor, and like the manager was a young kid too themselves and was like cleaning everything up and didn't say anything. I'm like, I don't know, if you're gonna come into my business, you're gonna act a certain way. You're not gonna act like a freaking wild animal. It's like a fiasco last night, but we ended up having a good time. Today was spent doing absolutely nothing again. Hello, happy Wednesday. Let's make this vlog so much lighter. The last one was way too heavy for me. Actually, I don't know. You guys might be, this might be a couple vlogs out from the last one, but that one that's titled "This is a Tough One" or whatever, that one was too heavy. And that's why, another reason why it took so long to get up. I just was not motivated to like go and like relive any of that. Although all it's doing is just making me so freaking proud proud of how far I have come and how my life has completely 180'd from what it was last year. It's wonderful and it's amazing what can happen, like how things can just completely change. We got a lot to catch up on, but I'm really excited that I'm doing this whole like updated content part 2 because it's starting to become my favorite time of year and I've just been really happy. I have a lot of fall Halloween type of content that I want to share. I've been sharing more photos on Instagram because I don't know why photos ever went away. Photos should have always been what Instagram was about. So I'm doing more photos over there. I'm still doing my reels, and I have noticed I'm still favoring reels a little bit more than YouTube. So I've got to break the habit. I think it's just habit though. Because truth be told, I don't spend a lot of time on reels. I think you guys can tell, but I just enjoy doing that. Right now, Hurricane Adalia is here. We're just getting the outer band. I was following the radar, and like a lot of people were posting online like how icky this one felt to them. They were really having weird feelings towards it, and I was like the complete opposite end. I'm like, this one I don't even think is gonna hit us. I don't think it's gonna affect us at all. Hurricane Adalia is here, and in that last vlog, I think it was hurricane. I forget what hurricane it was in the last vlog I just did. So back to hurricane time. I didn't show you guys over here. Let me show you guys here. I keep forgetting, and I'm only showing Instagram. How's that chocolate milk? You want chocolate milk?
Yeah.
You didn't say you wanted it?
Yeah, I did.
Look what I got my hands on. So is it pretty? Not really. Okay, it's pretty, but it's not Halloween. Not Halloween at all. But how can you resist this little Mickey face? You just can't. So anyways, I got him. Water just tastes better in it. But anyways, just chill today.